Welcome to this week's Transformers review, where we got our third double feature of the week in Grindor from the studio series Revenge of the Fallen, with Revenge of the Fallen Ravage. Before we get to Grindor and Ravage, let's do our shout-outs of the week. First off is Back to the Media at 48 South Loudon Street here in lovely Winchester, Virginia, where you can get all kinds of video game needs met there with the Atari all the way up to current systems and games for those systems. As well as you can get comic books and Pokemon cards and things of the sort, and as well as CDs and music and movies and whatnot from there as well. And you can also get Funko Pops. And speaking of Funko Pops, if Back to the Media does not have the Funko Pops you would like, may I suggest you going to Time Traveler Toys and Collectibles for a larger selection of Funko Pops. And you can get there, as well as Transformers and G.I. Joe and He-Man and Masters of the Universe, She-Ra and the Princess of Power and her stuff, and WWE and AEW figures. And this figure I actually got from Time Travelers. Yay! We're reviewing something I got from Time Travelers. And and actually, Charles the owner of Time Travelers, actually took this to a toy fair. This specific Grindor, unfortunately, he didn't sell, so I wound up buying him. So he still wound up selling him. So Grindor is on this list for Transformers this week. And if this does look vaguely familiar, and you are a Transformers collector, this is based on a character I have not reviewed yet on this channel, but other people have, and he is a identical match to Burnout. I think that's what his name is Burnout, I think. I'm not positive, don't quote me on that. But it's another Transformer that's from the first Transformers movie, based on his character, but he came with a Scorponok figure, so that's the difference. Scorponok and Ravage. But on to other stuff. But our next shout out of the week goes to Four Color Fantasies, the comic book store, where you can actually get G.I. Joe, Transformer comics. You get you get others from Marvel, DC, IDW, so on and so forth. Back issues, current titles, all that kind of good stuff. And if y'all wondering, yes, I got Thundercats in the background. Watching Thundercats as I'm doing this. But you can actually get them from there. And but after you go through Time Travelers and Four Color Fantasies and Back to the Media, this channel is also big on mental health awareness. So if you need any kind of mental health things negotiated through, may I suggest going to Healing Grace Counseling Services at 133 West Pascowan Street to see Robert C. Brown. And if he doesn't have the services that you need, may I suggest you going to Northwestern Community Services. And they have recently just moved as of this video, actually about a month prior. So they're on Prosperity Boulevard. So, and this is that they got all kind of services there, that you can go to and go and see. And other than that, if you're in Winchester and Clark County area, may I suggest you go to the Bank of Clark County, and if you need of any banking needs, so go ahead and check them out. I've been with them since 2018. And after you go through Time Travelers or Bank of Clark County, if you need any kind of renter's insurance, this is my national shout out. But if you need any kind of banking needs, or insurance needs, may I suggest State Farm. I have renter's insurance through them, so my toy collection and whatnot is taken care of. So that's all well and good. So go ahead and check them out, definitely. And while you're, and whatnot, so let's go ahead and look at Grindor, or starting with Ravage, where he has little to no articulation, except for the legs or ball joints, front and back. But in the tail is articulated. But he has really no articulation. But he's just pretty much as a statue. But that's it for Ravage. So let's go ahead and take a look at Grindor in his U.S. Marines 53 helicopter, rescue copter, and a nice little robot cable there at the bottom. But this is a nice looking Tomahawk style gyrocopter. With the cannon in the front, visible head syndrome through the windshield. So let's go ahead and look at, and well, let me show you the propellers do move. I mean, they're not as spread out as I would like them to, but, it is what it is. Still good looking vehicle. So let's take a look at him in robot mode. Here's Grindor in his robot mode. Kind of ugly robot mode, but it works nonetheless. So let's take a look at his articulation, where he does have some very few little wriggly waggly. He can rotate at the head. He does have arm motions. And from the Revenge of the Fallen and the other movies, he kind of has movable fingers and thumbs, and where it does articulate. He does have some good ball joint motions on the legs. But it's pretty cool. And his feet does move. So that's pretty it for Grindor. He's a top tier figure. If you're into having Transformers, you like the little complex transformations, I would say get this guy. And really just so you can have him. The Ravage figure is not my favorite. Not really any articulation, no transformation. Very limited figure. But this guy is good to have, and it was actually Blackout that I was thinking of. That he is a remote of, so I would get Blackout just so you can get the Scorponite to go with it, which is kind of similar to this figure of Ravage, where it's not articulated. Well, there is some articulation, but very, very little. Kind of like Ravage. The Studio Series Revenge of the Fallen Ravage kind of sucks, but, hey, it still works. He's not my favorite, but, you might like him. And that's all that matters, is whether you like him or not. I'm glad to have this in my collection. Glad to have him transformed in robot mode, so I can display him in robot mode and not in Marine Copter mode. Because I always display my Transformers, as you can see, in robot mode. There's my Decepticons. And of course, there's my Autobots. Keep them all in robot mode. And that Optimus Prime is actually going to my late brother's wife here. So got that for her so she can have it. But this is Ravage. So tune in to see. Tune in next week as we do another holiday double feature with the New Year's Day presentation plus the regular week's anniversary. Regular week's edition, an episode. So I hope everybody is enjoying their Christmas. I hope everybody is getting ready to enjoy a wonderful, wonderful, awesome 2023. So go ahead and check it out. Enjoy y'all's New Year. Enjoy y'all's time with y'all's family. Family is important. And happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Jesus is the reason for the season. Thank y'all, and see y'all in the next one, and next time on Cobra Island. until all are one. See you in the next one. Peace.